Welcome everybody to Navigate CX with Altudo. I am Matthew McQueenie, and I'm so pleased to be joined by yet another Matt or Matthew, Matt Vandermolen, aka Vandy in his nickname here at Altudo. Matt, thanks for coming on. How are you?
Oh, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Busy day, of course, going on, but thrilled to be talking to you.
Yeah, so Matt, we're going to start at the beginning. It's like a TV show. You're a new character on this
Yep.
show. Tell us a little bit about your background and then leading up into what you do today here at Altudo.
Yeah, sure. So I came up through a computer science degree. I was a developer by trade. I worked a few odd jobs before I got into the DX space, but my first opportunity in DX was I led a small pre-sales engineering team for a company called Ectron, which was then merged with 𝗙𝗍𝗶𝗵, now 𝗙𝗙𝗍𝗶𝗵. So that was my first foray into this whole digital experience place. But I really liked the solutioning side and working with clients. So, and I wanted to take it beyond going to POC. So that led me to my next job, which was at a Boston-based agency doing Sitecore. I spent pretty much a decade doing almost exclusively Sitecore at a number of different shops, moving up the ranks, developer, architect. I had a couple sites win 𝗿𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗵𝗵. I'd had a few Sitecore Site of the Years in there as well. And yeah, that led me to my last place where I was the principal architect for the rebuild of Sitecore.com back in 2019. The idea there was, and we used everything that at the time that was in the Sitecore toolkit. The idea was they were going to drink their own champagne, and it was going to be the ultimate sales tool. So that was a really cool project. A few years after that, getting out of Sitecore a little bit and into digital commerce, a lot of work on platforms like Commerce Tools, BigCommerce, and often paired with other DX platforms like Optimizely and Stack and Sitecore as well, which has led me to Altudo. I've been here for a little over 4 months now, and I'm the Global Vice President of Digital Experience.
With a big focus on Sitecore, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I run our Sitecore practice from the all the way the development all the way to the go-to-market activities as well. I'm just responsible for all of Sitecore.
And what does that mean? What does that word Sitecore mean here in 2025? You go way back with running a practice around it. What does it mean today?
So the more things change, the more they stay the same, is what I say. Sitecore has always been a really good digital experience platform. It's had a lot of really good developer tools. It's been a market leader for a long time in the things that they say digital experience. So personalization, A/B testing, be able to connect into the rest of your stack. And I think while they've made a big change going SaaS now and really composable, I think that's a really smart thing to do because it allows them to play in composable sandbox with everybody else while still bringing that heritage of being a best-in-class digital experience platform.
And XM Cloud is really at the core, well, not to be funny here, but it's at the core of the play here. I mean, it still is that CMS, that the vestiges of that DXP. How important a product right now is XM Cloud?
I mean, I think it's insanely important for Sitecore. I think it allows you to forget about all the things that you needed to remember to deal with for the past 20 years of implementing Sitecore. From infrastructure deployments or become a lot easier on XM Cloud. So it really allows your marketing teams to focus on what they need to do, and that your dollars are spent on making improvements to your digital experience, not improvements to the underlying platform. Sitecore takes care of all that for you now, and it being built on a composable framework with Next.js and React allows you to plug into all these other best of breed tools, whether they be things like Content Hub, Personalized, Sitecore CDP, or anything else in the digital marketing ecosystem.
Another piece of being a part of this for as long as you have is the whole discussion between monolithic, on-premise, and as you've brought up, SaaS, composable. We here at Altudo are trying to build solutions such as Fastlane that can help that migration perhaps not be, there was a stigma to a migration, I think, in the past, right? And with how in the weeds you are with Sitecore now, maybe take a second to talk about that it might not be as much a consideration, this worry, this anxiety, as it was several years ago.
Yeah, migration has always been a scary topic. It's a word that I caution people with using because if you're just doing a migration, you're likely platforming every 5-7 years. The space changes, and we were talking about this earlier, the space changes at such a rapid rate. Anything that if you're just doing a pure migration, you're going to be bringing technical debt, you're going to be bringing possibly not the best practices. So I like to think of it as an opportunity to what your entire development, content, marketing life cycle is. And Fastlane is a product that we developed that helps with that. We start with atomic design principles, and then you use Figma to help build out components. We're using things like Vercel's 𝗶𝗃 and break down those silos between the departments, between development, between marketing, between the content authoring, between designers, to allow us to streamline the entire content life cycle. So Fastlane is more than just an accelerator. Everyone's got an accelerator, and yes, it has components, but it's really a tool for your organization to use to get to market fast, not just with the migration, but with new features and functionalities as you kind of chip away at your roadmap.
I think it was Jay-Z who said or sang basically, let me reintroduce myself, right?
Yeah.
I think to your point about how fast things change, this is the importance of thought leadership in general, right? It changes
Absolutely.
so often that you need to be out there speaking to the changes, following the changes, helping customers, helping prospects, helping partners evolve with those changes, and really get across this whole, we should always be reintroducing ourselves continually.
Absolutely.
And when we look at how this is moving, a Sitecore, right? I've had a few prospect calls over the last 6 months, I'd say, where the prospect said, Sitecore? I know Sitecore. I think I looked at them several years ago. And you have to say, no, we need to look anew, because it's a different story. It's a different platform. We can evolve. We can improve. We can become modern. Talk to that.
Yeah, I think even customers who are currently on Sitecore and are thinking about re-platforming, they probably do need to take a look at XM Cloud. Having seen all the offerings of everybody else, the Sitecore XP of 5 or 6 years ago is a much different product than Sitecore XM Cloud is. The space has gone, has evolved so much. And I do truly believe that Sitecore still is one of the best, if not the best enterprise out there. And then, packaging on all the other digital experience to it as well, it does present a really strong offering.
My last question, and we're going to have a lot of these conversations. You talked about in your history leaving Sitecore to go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗵. You said you were at Ectron before. Did you find that those points where you left Sitecore to work on other things and then came back have given you even a better perspective on where Sitecore is right now?
It absolutely has. When I worked at Ectron, you're obviously taught, hey, this is the best product, and that you can see the demos of the other competitors, but you don't actually get to play with them all that much. Going and then implementing Sitecore for a number of years, I loved the platform. It was a great platform. I understood how all the ins and outs of it. And then when you go do other things, you can kind of make comparisons. So in Optimizely, it's done this way. In Sitecore, it's done this way. So I think it gives me really good perspective as to where the strengths and weaknesses of these platforms are, how to do things. And that helps me make informed decisions about with my clients about what their stack should really look like. I don't think there is a one-size-fits-all solution out there for everybody. So it's important to understand not just where Sitecore can fit, but how it fits in with the rest of the digital ecosystem.
Well, Matt Vandermolen, Vandy, thank you for the chat, and I look forward to doing it again.
It's been a pleasure. Talk soon.